Yes, people, and we are back, and we're back for a fairly interesting stream. It's obviously a Saturday night, so I'm not expecting a load of people here, but the ones who do support whilst we're live, that would be amazing. And big up to all of you. And if you are watching the replay, then of course, big up to you as well, because we mention a lot about the people who are live, but we don't tend to normally mention the people who watch replays of this. So big up to you. And if you do watch replay, watch the whole of this, because I feel like with me and RJ, this could get quite interesting fairly quickly with some of our decisions, mainly RJ's. But of course, I can throw in a couple of dodgy ones as well, just to sort of throw the works in. But big up to Mustafa, who's here on a Saturday night. God save King Niall. Yes, I have become king. Although, to be fair, at least if I was king, at least someone who understands the British people's king. We moan in queues, we moan at work, we moan at home. We're just a bunch of moaners. But deal with it. That's what I suggest. And Queen Consort, RJ, yeah, I mean, definitely not married for anyone who is wondering. And good evening to Chris. But obviously with Wolf and Mustafa, it's quite an interesting one because obviously United fans. Chris, being a Liverpool fan, might be able to chuck a few ideas in there. Could United unearth a Mohamed Salah? Or is Anthony that Mohamed Salah? There's plenty of interesting ones, but look, we need to start with a structure, RJ, and I'm sure you would agree with that. Now, I just need to be clear: you're not thinking of sacking Eric Ten Hag during this rebuild of United, are you?
No, I don't intend to. I do not.
No, that's. I just needed to get that one just nailed down. Really, I mean, the manager of this, I think we can both quite clearly say Eric Ten Hag.
Yeah,
makes an awful lot of sense. Just giving him a good.
Hope so. Unless we get relegated, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with talking about Ten Hag through this process because it's quite an interesting sort of process that he's going to have. It's a completely different rebuild. There are similarities I see of him and Pep. It's not just the looks, I can assure you, or the bald head. I do actually see some similarities in sort of coaching style and desire and sort of management style, which I sort of do take quite a sort of eye to. I do like looking at sort of different manager styles, mainly because obviously being part of a management team myself, I like to sort of get ideas of how they motivate and stuff like this, because we all can develop. But with Ten Hag, do you think that this is a better rebuild than it was under Ollie? I mean, I know that sounds like a stupid question. You've got a manager who is a bit more tactically aware, but do we think that Ten Hag can have a more successful career than Ollie? Because, I mean, Ollie got sort of second and then dropped down. And how do you see this sort of Ten Hag era sort of going about?
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to Ten Hag, obviously comparing to Ollie, you look at the recruitment staff. Obviously, we do not have Ed Woodward making our deals anymore, thank God. Obviously, we're signing a lot younger talent other than Ericsson and Casemiro, of course. But you look at Anthony; he's one for the future. He's definitely one that will definitely be there for a long time as well. You look at Tyrell Malacia, who's definitely hit the ground off running in this team, and personally one of my personal favorites in this club. And in general, like I said, we're making good signings. The plan I have is go future. This is going to be a long-term thing with Ten Hag. He's going to do a madness with this team, to be fair, if all goes well, of course. But I'm excited for it. He's a great manager. He's, like I said, tactics have worked so far against the big teams like Liverpool and Arsenal. I think, like I said, obviously our next game, other than, our next game is the Manchester Derby. I was going to say Sharif, but our Sheriff. That was on Thursday. So, but yeah, like I said, I can't wait, and I think we're gonna do well.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, I totally agree. Now, a couple of comments. Wolf is officially De Gea out. We are, of course, going to talk about David De Gea because we're going to start with goalkeepers, ironically. And Dean Henderson can say penalties. We'll also talk about him because we're going to talk about goalkeepers. And Chris says you can have Naby Keita for free. to be your own club hospital bed model. That would be an interesting one for United. Big up, Chris, and Bunderson conceded 18 league goals. We're gonna talk with them, but let's, RJ. The chat obviously wants to go in one direction, and one direction is pretty much, well, it's the direction we're going to go in, because and not just a boy band, because we're going to start talking goalkeepers, and we're going to talk David De Gea, because we couldn't do a rebuild without talking about the very key part of an Erik ten Hag sort of goalkeeper, because De Gea ain't that. Let's be very clear. Ten Hag does not like playing long ball football. I can assure you. I'm not a Ten Hag specialist, but I can assure you, man does not like playing long ball. RJ, do you think David De Gea honestly should be part of this rebuild under Erik ten Hag?
For the long term, no, but the short term, yes. So what I mean by this, right?
Well, this is a rebuild of United, so...
No, I know. Hear me out. This is what I mean, of course. So how I have it is where... So I'm going to say De Gea will stay. He will keep his place for about another season. That's what I will think. But then we're going to... He's going to be... What?
That's pointless, then. We might as well get rid now. Get rid now.
Why?
Might as well. Because if we're going to replace him in a year's time, and this is a rebuild of United... He's gone, mate. Surely, if we're rebuilding United, I'm not rebuilding them for 1 year. Like this ain't freaking Leicester City or heaven forbid Spurs win the title. We're not building a team for one season. We're building it for a future of 5-6, and we've also got to be realistic, because this is our first transfer window. So the way we're doing this is in transfer window. So. Yep. Actually, we haven't really explained this very well, have we? But we're basically going to start in transfer windows. Now, the way we're going to do this is the Glazers have given us, so for our first transfer window... are we going by the January or the summer transfer window? So the January one. So they're going to give, let's say they're giving 80 million up front, plus, whatever we can generate from whoever we sell. Right? That's the first window. The second window, summer. How much do you reckon the Glazers give in our second transfer window? I'm reckoning surely 150. Or is that a bit ambitious? I was thinking 200 off the top of my head, just because the fact that mate, we have to make this realistic. This is your board. We have to work with. We have to deal with who we're working with, RJ. I think they'll give us 150 plus some player sales. How about that? Yeah, because I was kind of including Ronaldo to be next season. Ronaldo is definitely not staying in this rebuild, and you're not cashing in on him either. Because although we'll definitely get a fair bit on just wage budget alone. Third transfer window, because we'll do this over 3 transfer windows, or maybe 4. Actually, we'll do it over 4 because we can include the one last big summer transfer window to sort of put the final touches on it. Third transfer window, I reckon, as we're improving, we've reached Champions League. Right. This, if we've got 80 million to spend, we can fix most of the issues. And we'll get that to a Champions League win, not winning team, Jesus, but we'll get in the Champions League, we'll win the Europa League or something, right? Summer transfer window, got under £50 million plus some player sales. That's not looking too bad. We can get a bit decent. We'll go with 80 million in the summer in the January transfer window as well, and see if we can recoup any more. The last transfer window, I reckon that's when the Glazers actually decide to start being good to United, and that's when I reckon they'll give you £200 million to go spaff on Erling Haaland. Now we've It's too late for that now, don't you think? I was sort of definitely joking about that. But that's basically how we're going to do it. So we've got 4 transfer windows, January, 2 January, 2 summers, to really rebuild this team, and we'll see what we can come up with that, and plus all, as I said, player sales. That does include player sales, but that means the Glazers, that's 350, I'm shocking at maths, 80, 160, that's 300, 500, 510 million pounds in 2 years. Might be feeling a little ambitious there from the Glazers, but heck, this is a little bit of reality not reality, the other word. But Dean Henderson was perfect in every aspect of goalkeeping to get here as a Flamingo when it comes to penalties. I'm very concerned about his penalty record. It's costing us points and trophies. Mustafa says Wolfie ball knowledge is shocking. This coming from Mustafa. Just gonna leave that there. Big up to Chris. You should also get Ferrari team principal Mattia Bonotto as part of the United rebuild. He's quality RJ, trust me.
No idea.
As someone who understands F1, trust me, we will not be employing Mattia Bonotto. Big up to Mustafa. Big up to Conrad who says big up Niall and RJ. Thank you, Mustafa. Big up, Conrad. And oh my Lord, Jesus. Right, RJ, goalkeepers. Yeah. Now, after hearing that, do you think De Gea gets sold because his contract, don't forget, runs out in 2023? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think you can sell him in January. So for January, I guess he sort of stays.
He has to, yeah, I think so.
I mean, I can't see how you let him go. Not in January.
Plus, with the backups we have as well, you look at it. Dubravka, he's not good enough to be in goals to start. I think.
I'm going to disagree with that, RJ, but we'll deal with that in a second. Now Henderson, he's obviously not at United in January, so we won't have to deal with Henderson until he comes back in summer. So apologies there to anyone who was hoping for a bit of a Henderson bashing, because you'll have to wait until that. But let's keep this moving. We're not getting rid of any goalkeepers, right? Let's keep this fairly sort of uneasy. We're keeping all keepers, including Heaton and Dubravka, because everyone clearly sort of has this thing about 3 goalkeepers. I don't understand it personally, but that's just my opinion. Right back. Right back. You've got now. This is where I would invest. This is where I'm thinking a little bit of investment ain't a bad shout. Now we've got Dalot. I'm happy keeping Dalot. I think he's sort of shown himself to, especially in January. I mean, we can maybe sell him in a couple of seasons, but in January, I'm happy keeping Dalot. AWB, on the other hand, he needs to leave, RJ. Surely. He has to.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to the Spider. I think it's just best we go our separate ways. I think he was good for a bit until he got exposed, and I think that's when his time kind of was ticking, essentially. So, yeah, I would definitely say I want Bissaka to leave the club in January, I would say.
So, we've sold AWB. Now, how much do we get for him? Because this obviously will also change our transfer key.
If I'm honest, I think 20 mil. I think if we could easily get a club to pay 20 mil, we paid 40 for him. I think 3 seasons ago. So I mean,
with some of the fees I've seen bandied about, do you not think 20's? I cannot believe I'm about to ask this question. But considering that we've seen, and I cannot believe you only sold James Garner for however much you sold him.
I can't even believe it either.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that. And I went Scottish there for a second, but I can't believe that. Because that was just, that was appalling. But do you not think that's a little cheap for AWB? Although considering that you only got like 12 million for James Garner, I'm going to have to probably argue and say, is it too much?
I think,
considering one can play football. The other one, I don't know, maybe next Spider-Man movie?
I think for a club like, I'll give an example, like Roma, who like to stay back, just defend, all that crack, I think he'd suit them a lot very well. I think...
Do you know, AWB under Jose Mourinho, I can definitely see suiting very well, actually.
Because like I said, realistically, going forward, he's a horrendous. He had to go forward. He's good, okay, defending. Sorry. Jesus. But like I said, I think he probably will go to a side who defend a lot more than United, and possibly one where he doesn't need to go forward.
If we're looking at Roma, though, they can't afford 20 million. They cannot afford 20 mil.
I guess maybe drop it down to 15. Maybe they'd afford 15 million. Because he's 24, if I'm not mistaken.
Surely they'll pay 20. They've got to pay 24 million for AW. Not 24, freaking heck.
He's 24 years old, I believe.
Yeah. Surely they'll pay 50 million for a 24-year-old who has shown a bit of potential. Surely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. 15 mil for AWB. So that takes our transfer kitty. That's increased it to 95 mil. We've got now, RJ. Now, can you think of a right back for 95 million? I can think of one. He is English, but I'm going to say Terry Clampty.
He was one of them. I have another one though that's arguably is a lot cheaper and would be slightly better for Eric Ten Hag because he understands him. Give me Frimpong from Borussia Leverkusen. He on the transfer market for transfermarkets.com. He goes for about 20 mil, but realistically for United, he's going to be like a 35 million pound player. So I would say 35 million for Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen is definitely someone I would definitely say.
It's going to sound terrible, but I don't watch Bundesliga. I mean, can't say I've ever watched him. I suppose, if we were to get Frimpong for, let's say, 35 mil, because there's no way you're getting him for 20.
Yeah, no chance.
I suppose it does leave us so we can maybe go get other players in January. Maybe 2 signings would be good.
I think we will. I think we'll get 3 maybe in the January transfer window.
Yeah. So, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say Frimpong, but I'm just going to. You can, if anyone has a go, I'm directing you straight to this man here. You can find him there. Direct your issues to him. He will talk. Talk to him, not me. Just talk to me about not watching Bundesliga. But to be fair, can you blame me? But moving on, let's go through some of the comments. Mustafa, Fred, the best midfielder in the world. We'll get to Fred. Dubravka is my light. Next, you're going to be telling me, Mustafa, that like Scott Carson and Paul Robinson were fantastic goalkeepers because they stood on their line. Like, do you have an issue with anyone who tries to play out from the back? And Dubravka has shown that he can play the attractive football under Benitez, but he can also play the terrorist football under Steve Bruce. So he's shown that he can play multiple different styles of football, which is probably what sort of attracted Ten Hag and United to Dubravka. The fact that he has shown that he can play multiple styles of football, which will help with a manager who seems to be fairly sort of flexible with his signing. So AWB's gone, and we're going to replace him with Frimpong. I mean, we'll discuss Brandon Williams at left back, I guess, but I can't see him staying. To be fair, he has to go, and Argyle will be his destination for free. But moving on, centre backs. We've got, how many centre backs do you want? So we can't have Bike. He's on a season-long loan, so we'll definitely want 4, 5, 6. How many centre backs?
I think 5 just to be safe because we do play 2 at the back. 2 replacements and 1 spare just to be safe. Because if anyone gets injured, you're kind of looking at all right. We need a
same principles I have on Football Manager and FIFA normally, and chuck a couple of youngsters around just for a bit of sort of depth, I guess. Mustafa, your ball knowledge is shocking. Goodbye, Bissaka. See ya. No one is paying more than 10 million for One Dimensional. I feel like 15 is just pushing it, but we can work it. And Williams is terrible, man. I think you do you know what, Mustafa? I swear you just don't like any player that I like. But moving on, centre back. So Varane stays. I'm guessing. I'm just going to guess there, but I'm going to make an educated guess. Martinez stays. I've been fairly impressed with him. I love his passion. That's what I do like.
Yeah.
And I guess the rest are up for a discussion. Lindelof, I think, stays.
Yeah, 100%.
I think Lindelof stays. Now, Phil Jones, I that man has to go. So Phil Jones,
combination, I think.
Phil Jones is going for free, mate.
Yeah, no, I think so, because realistically, he's not even in the squad anymore. He's got kicked out.
Yeah. So we've gone down from, so we've just spent 35 on Frimpong. So that takes us down to we're on 60, mate. We've got 60 mil left. Just released Phil Jones. Though. Thank God, we just released Phil Jones. Thankful Lord, have mercy on our soul. Now Maguire, I'm selling him. Goodbye, Maguire. RJ, how much you want? I'm not even going to ask you. I know your opinions on Maguire. How much do you reckon we can even scrape through him?
Probably a bag of chips, maybe. I don't know. Probably.
I mean, you spent 80 million on this guy, as I'm sure you are more than aware.
I think for Maguire, I think for just the January transfer, I think he'll stay. But then the summer, that's when we really should question it, because I don't.
Hold on, he stays
just for January, just for the January transfer window, just because, like, you know, you look at Bailly, he'll come back, and we don't really have any other centre backs other than the.
No, Bailly's on the season long though.
That's what I mean. He'll be gone till the summer, right? So we just have Maguire, Lindelof, Martinez, Varane, and Twanzebe if he's still rocking around here or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I'd say keep him for now, just for safety reasons. Because let's say Varane gets injured, we have to replace him with someone. I don't want Maguire, but he has to. Just think it's smart.
No, I'm absolutely fine with that. Absolutely fine. So for the first transfer window, we're keeping Maguire, but you're going to want to invest. Are you wanting to invest in the centre back department in January, or are you wanting to? Because we've got 60 mil left. Do you think we can get a centre back and I presume someone further forward for that money? Can we get 230 mil players? I mean, can United even do that?
Well, I was thinking there's two signings I was thinking of, but I was thinking more of a summer sign, but they could work here. Gonzalo Ignacio from Sporting, who has been absolute unreal in the Champions League this season. Obviously, beating Spurs 2-0 was one of his highlights, of course. The other one is Umar Solet from RB Salzburg. Two great players, two young players as well. Probably going for 30 mil each. So, like I said, we could probably pick one for now, one for later. But like I said, those are two centre backs I've watched a bit of, and I do think they'd definitely be one to watch for us for recruitment wise.
I've got some major issues, many issues. This one, and I feel like you've already got your fifth choice centre. Well, not fifth choice, but I feel like you've already got another centre back who's currently out on loan. But I don't think he'll sign his contract to extend past 2023, and that is Axel Tuanzebe. I think you do have that centre back to partner potentially alongside of Varane or Martinez. But I think the issue is the way he has been treated by all the managers. He won't sign his deal past 2023. I don't think there's any physical way of convincing him to do it apart from recalling him and putting him into your starting lineup and letting him play every single game up until the last game of the season and literally going, you are literally in my plans. But even then, he might just go, you're just doing that because you want me to stay. It would be a pretty risky move for United to do it that way. But, you know, he ain't coming back anyway. I think that was just I wanted to throw my 10 pence worth in there because I do feel Tuanzebe is one to stay, but I think he'll go for free. To be fair, but
I think
okay. No, carry on.
I was just going to say, like, with his injuries as well, he's been really inconsistent. And when you look at his loan spells, I mean, when he was at Napoli, he did nothing. He did nothing at Napoli.
Yeah.
Nothing to show that he was at that level to show that United, this is who I am, essentially. And I think that kind of let him down a bit. So I don't think Eric Ten Hag will have him in his future plans, I believe. No. I think he will go. And I don't mind going for free because I don't think there'll be a lot of clubs paying a lot of money for him, especially because he's injury prone a lot during the season.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Again, you've named two centre-backs that I've not heard of. I'm guessing we're not making many signings in the Premier League from the Premier League, which is quite a good thing considering the prices of that is ridiculous. But which one would you go for? I suppose is a question. And if in the chat, who would you go for? Do you like? So we've signed Frimpong from Dortmund. That's our first one. But do you like that Leverkusen? From that's how much I've watched him. So we've signed Frimpong from Leverkusen. It's an interesting one. But what do you think of that? Let me know. Lanty says United won't sell their captain. Don't think he'll be their captain next season. And I think Bruno's captain at the moment. RJ, since you are Irish, can I get your opinion on the passing of the great Queen Elizabeth II?
This is a football video, not a politics video. We won't talk about that today. So.
Oh yeah, if there is a topic we are staying well away from, that is the monarchy. I have no opinion on that. Not on the channel anyway, because my opinion isn't spread my political views to you innocent people who may not be political. But moving on swiftly on, which one? As I said, which one are you going for? And do you want to make that signing now? That's the other question.
I don't know. I think we'll probably wait till the summer. I think it's probably best to wait till the summer because realistically, when you look at Sporting, how they're doing, to be fair, they're going to top their group. They beat Spurs, they beat Frankfurt. They're going to top their group. And I think, why would he leave Sporting to come to United when Sporting are...
Yeah, what about the Salzburg player?
Salzburg, I think it's going to be the same scenario. You look at that group, I think he will get through into the next round. I don't know about Chelsea, but with the way they're playing, it's very hard to decide. We'll have to wait and see. I think he's a more likely signing. I would like to sign him, of course. But I think it's probably better in the summer where we're going to get rid of a few other players, especially centre-backs, in the summer so we can revamp our squad.
Okay. So we're staying with 4 centre-backs. So RJ did want 5, but then has changed his mind and only wants 4. Interesting. Left-backs. We've got 2 so far. So we've got 1, actually, because one needs to have a discussion. Yeah. Malacia, he stays, right?
100%. He's one of my favorite players. I love him to death. It's incredible.
He's got quite a bit of skill on him as well. He's a talented player. I do like the defensive signings. They're very, very interesting signings actually because they're very Dutch, and that's not because they came from a Dutch league. They are very. You can definitely see that Ten Hag has a very specific style of play. You can see that with the 2 signings he's made for his left side as well. And we've always talked about, and there's been a lot of talk about in the media, United's left-hand side under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was non-existent, was never there. Well, it was the right-hand side, wasn't it, actually? The left-hand side always prospering. It always prospers for United, but it's completely different too now, with obviously Malacia and... no. Who plays? It's not Rashford who plays on the left, is it? It's Sancho.
Well, Sancho now, yeah.
Sancho now. Anthony's here, yeah. But yeah, interesting one. Malacia stays, sure, though, on the other hand. Does he stay? Does he go? What do we do? We've signed a left back in the summer. I think we should just keep Shaw as a bench player if he's happy.
I think for now, yeah. I think so for now. But I think there's another little left back we have coming through called Alvaro Fernandez, who's currently on loan at Preston North End. I think I rate him highly. He will probably be. I think he should be the backup to Malacia next season, possibly if all things go well. But then again, we do have Telles coming back. We don't know how he'll do. He's doing well in Sevilla, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I do think Shaw. Yeah, Shaw. I think his time is coming. I think when it comes with Erik ten Hag, because he's already been dropped. His fan base is falling, just like you know, and thank God, because like I said, they're all a bunch of idiots. But you know, it's a great day and thank God some of my comments do not see the light of day. I say about that man, but like I said, we keep that away. So
very true. Brandon Williams. I think he has to go. And how much did you get for James Garner? Because I think this will be a similar price, if not maybe a bit more. Do you know?
15-20 million. Okay.
I'm going to say 20 mil. I'm going to say 20 mil to probably a Brighton. Brighton, I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few. But Brandon Williams, 20 mil. So that's taken our transfer money back up to 80 mil. So we're back to 80 million, which is what we started the January transfer window on, and we're slowly getting through our centre backs. This is going to take a while. Get rid of Shaw. Big up to Velve. Big up Velve. Keep Telles. Are you off your nut? Dance for me. No. But have I missed any defenders? I don't think so. Mengi's out on loan, but to be frankly honest, he'll probably end up leaving for free anyway. I suppose, but we can't really talk about Bayeki's on loan. So moving on, we'll start central midfield, defensive. So DM. So we got two. So you got Casemiro, who I think stays for sure.
So I don't know how they're going to get rid of him now.
Oh, it'd be hilarious. And you've also got McTominay, who stays.
I think for now, I think he's definitely proved a lot of people wrong. I do think he's proved a lot of people wrong, and
pretty much started every game for Ten Hag. And he has a way of doing this. That he just starts games under whatever manager comes in. Maybe there genuinely is something about that guy that they just quite like. But I think McTominay stays just because, as I said, I can see him. Now, the other ones, Fred. Let's start. Does Fred stay? And also, how many more central mid? So, do you maybe want 6 central midfielders in total with Casemiro and McTominay? So 4 more.
Yeah, no, I
should
think
be enough. It's one for every cover, isn't it? So, the one Fernandez stays in there,
of course.
Fernandez stays. Ericsson stays for sure. Ericsson. Who else is there? You got Fred. Don't know about Fred. You got Donny. I think Donny stays. I think Donny does stay, but Jesus Christ, man ain't even playing under Ten Hag, guys. Like,
I think we have to let him go. I'll be honest.
I mean, the prison for Donny. I want to build this with Donny there. So actually think at some point Donny might get game time. I'm not holding my breath, but bloody hello, one day. Fred. I think Fred is the debate at the moment now for me. I think should he stay or should he go?
I think he does stay, especially for January. Don't know about summer because I think that's where he's going to evaluate his decisions.
Mate, we've got 80 million in the bank. Where on earth are you planning on spending all of this in January?
Striker. And
Oh, right. Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah. So I think for centre mids, when you look at it, I think because when it comes to the World Cup especially, you're going to be looking at Casemiro and Fred starting for Brazil potentially. That's just how it works for them somehow. They always start, and you'll see a World Cup Fred who might bring it home. So you never know, lads. So we could see it happen.
Jesus Christ!
Fred,
do you know what? This ain't finalised because I'm really not sure about the fact that we've.
Well, realistically, right? We'll have the World Cup first, and then we'll have the transfer window. So you have to realise that he will start for Brazil. He started during the Copa America over Fabinho.
Yeah, that's the perfect time to sell him. Stocks are well high then. Mate, we all know what Fred is about, right? We've seen it time in, time out, right? At United. We know what he has to offer. But we also know he's aging. If he does have a fantastic World Cup, surely that would be the time for us to be going, actually, we can get a bit more money in that and keep that going and maybe add that to our summer transfer window where we've only got currently 150 million sat there. So, I mean, surely if Fred does have a good World Cup, that would be the time to sell. You can definitely tell I've got business plan.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you could use him essentially for the. So I hope
I'm using to sell to get more money.
No, I don't think in January transfer window is especially the right place to do it because not only will
it is because that's when other teams are desperate and they'll pay that stupid money for that player. That is precisely RJ. Right, you don't understand. Buying players in January, bad idea, terrible idea. Yeah. Selling players in January, the greatest idea of them all, because that's when the prices are inflated, especially if Fred's had a good World Cup. And you can literally go, that 20, 30 million has just gone to a 40 million. And then you've recouped most of what you paid to Shakhtar then.
I guess, yeah.
Have I done enough to convince you of Fred?
Funny you mentioned Shakhtar, but I think No.
Go on. Let me get rid of him. Let me get rid of Fred.
I don't know. I think summer. I think that's when you get rid of.
No, I'm over. Right, I've let you have Frimpong. I've let you keep Maguire for some reason. I'm selling him. He's gone, mate.
All right, fine.
Right,
Nothing I
I'll
can do.
let you have Frimpong, but mate, I've just got 40 million for Fred. So mate. I've just made us. We got 120 in the bank there. I've helped you there because if you want to buy other players, we've got a bit more money to play with. So there you go. Thank me later. Now we need to spend a bit of that on this position now. Now we got rid of Fred. Who do we go for? now I've just sold Fred. It can't be anyone for more than 40 million. That's the issue because then it's just like it sort of defies the logic there. But who do we go for? Why did you sell Ghana? Like,
I don't know.
It just annoys me, mate. Because I'm like literally, I should be putting Ghana there because that just makes sense. But I thrown a curveball in there. Who do we go for? Central midfield.
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who would be a good replacement. I don't think so because the way we should be looking is to the youth essentially and bringing them up so that next season.
It's an expensive one, but doesn't play central midfield. He's more of a cam, but I reckon he could fit. If Bruno can fit in there, I reckon he can. Florian Wirtz from Leverkusen. You're talking about getting Frimpong. I'm thinking a cheeky little bid for Florian Wirtz. He is one that I think would suit the Ten Hag system. He likes playing football. He's a German boy, so he does like playing football. We can identify that. Has had very good seasons under at Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. There's an interesting one. Wirtz.
I've got two actually.
Okay.
So one from the Premier League and one from Serie A.
Ooh.
One of them obviously is going to be a lot more than what we should have paid. And the first one I'm going for is Moise Caicedo from Brighton.
Ooh, yeah.
So the reason why we'll pay a lot more is because we actually scouted him, but we didn't pay his agent enough before Brighton did, and then we lost him. So that was just the good old United way. The other player, this is another interesting player, and someone I would love to bring to the club. He's slightly more attacking than Fred, of course, but he also can play the winger position and also a bit of centre midfield, hopefully. His name is Nicolo Zaniolo from Roma. So, like I said, he's got great creative as well. So, like I said, but the fee, we're probably looking around 40 to 45 million because, like I said, he's really, on the transfer market, he's about 35 million, but realistically, we're going to have to pay an extra bit of money, especially in the January transfer window. So that's who I would probably go for, just to boost. 23 years old as well. Good experience. Like I said, he's from Italy. So, yeah, I do think it'd be great to have someone like him in the squad.
Valve says Zanilo is very, very, very injury prone. He tore both his ACLs.
Okay, so
let me have a look at how much Wirtz is going to cost us. No, not sorts. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Sorry about that. Let me think.
How much is he going to cost us? Oh, okay.
Maybe a cheap little.
Right, I don't know how I'm gonna convince you to do this. Right,
okay,
guys, I'm throwing curveballs here, but this is fun. Right, Florian Wirtz, I reckon. So the transfer market is saying 63. You're not getting in for that, no. I reckon. Oh my god, on the 9th. This is United. Yeah. It is the United way. I reckon 80 million it gets him. I reckon 80 mil, maybe 85 for Wirtz gets him. Now, RJ, can I? We're gonna have to sell another.
But who do you drop though? If you're going to sign,
who do I drop? Ericsson is like 32.
Nah.
So, mate, RJ, this is a freaking rebuild. I'm thinking of past Ericsson. I'm thinking of Ericsson in a few years. Probably doesn't start for me. Wirtz does. So I'm thinking, this is an interesting one, but Wirtz. RJ, can I spend 85 million on it?
I mean, if we're really going to throw balls to the wall in this transfer window, and we're really going to bring in a centre midfielder, why don't we bring the best English midfielder in the world right now as we currently speak?
I'm not getting Declan, mate. That's the entire budget.
You are crazy, boy. What the hell? What drugs are you taking? I'm talking about Jude Bellingham. Taking Jude Bellingham.
Oh, Jude. I don't think
when you're talking about someone from the long, like I said, he'll be there for a long time if you get him. So I'd take Jude Bellingham any day. I don't care how much we pay for.
No, that's RJ. Wait.
Ooh,
RJ.
actually, fair play developed.
RJ.
Milenkovic Savage.
Summer. Right, Summer.
That should be good.
That's all I'm gonna say. But can I just spend 85 million on words, please?
No.
Just
no.
What? Mate.
Not right now. Not right now in January.
No, trust me. Let's just think. It's a long-term investment, but I've still got more players that I can get rid of, right? I've still got more.
Don't player like Hannibal when he comes back.
Not a problem. I'll fit him as well. Do not worry, RJ. Anyway, Hannibal can also play on the wing. Can play left wing, but by his standards, he can also take chunks out of every Liverpool player that he comes against. So, maybe rugby might also be a good idea. But so we've just spent 35. I can't believe I've just done this to RJ. But right, so RJ, we're down to 35 mil, right? And there you go. There's, I promise, I'll sell someone. Talking of selling someone, Ahmed, keep or sell?
Keep.
Okay. Palestri.
Loan.
Okay. No, I don't really care for him.
He's not really there yet, but he's very young and he's 22. But I mean, look, like I said, give him one more loan. Give it to a championship club where I personally think he will develop the best, because not only are you there, you're
RJ.
Well,
you've got Anthony, you've got Sancho, you've got Rashford. I've just literally gone and spent 85 million on Florian Wirtz. You've obviously got ideas of a striker. Should we just cut our losses and go get 10 million?
No.
Okay. Palestri's going out on loan. I'm interesting one. Hannibal, I'm obviously assuming stays. Oh yeah, he's on loan. And so right wing, we're keeping Ahmed.
Yep.
Keeping Ahmed. I'm guessing we're keeping Anthony. I'm guessing. There you go. That's that. RJ, do you want to go through some of the comments whilst I sort that out? And then
Maddison, no, he's too injury prone. I do think it'd be a waste of money getting Maddison, to be fair. Personally, I think if I was Maddison, the team I'd probably go for right now, you're probably looking at probably a Chelsea, maybe. I don't know. I feel like a Chelsea would definitely suit him more than United. Nice Puma, thank you very much. I saw some other comments, but I'm definitely not putting them up. Okay, this one is an interesting, unpopular. I genuinely think you get Dusan Vlahovic from Juventus. They're in a mess, and someone needs to free him. I mean, he had the chance to come to United, but he turned us down. So, like Frankie de Jong, piss off. Anyway, stay in that shithole then. Anyway,
right. So, RJ, I've kept Ahmed, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, Garnacho. I'm guessing Ilanga stay.
Low. 100% no.
Yeah,
he has to go. Like, I don't think he's good enough. Hey, look, like I said, he's a great lad, loves the club, all that. Yeah. But I think,
No, I'm sound to work with that. Now, right. There's strikers, so this is where we do have to touch upon one thing. Right, so we are going to do this stream as it is, as the news that we have it at the moment. So we're going to do this with Greenwood unavailable throughout the whole thing, for obvious reasons. So
he's suspended, lads. We can't touch him right now. So
for anyone wondering, we're not going to keep him. We're not going to sell him. He's not going to feature in this thing. So strikers. So we got Ronaldo. I don't think any striker goes. I got Ronaldo, got Martial. We got 35 mil. Got a striker you can get for 35 mil after I've absolutely bulldozed my way through with the words font.
Yeah, you made very, very, very difficult to get someone.
No, but you can. I can change my mind if you come up with a realistic option, but I don't see myself doing that.
The striker I personally would have loved to bring in. Well, there's two.
Right.
From two different countries, two different clubs. Okay. First one is Victor Osimhen from Napoli. You're talking about a young, tall player who, honestly, like I said, is not. He's been in for Napoli's game for a long, long time. Arguably, he was going to go to Arsenal at one point, but they just didn't cash in the bag. For prices, I'm going to look up here. You're looking at 65 million, which obviously, if we get Verts, we won't be able to spend that money. But but like I said, we can move on from that, of course. The other one, and this one is slightly cheaper, but like I say, he's slightly older. And when I mean older, he is 28 years old. Is Inaki Williams from Atletico Bilbao, 28 years old. Possibly 25 million on the market value, but we could probably get him for 35 if you include Verts' little fee pay on that. So yeah, that's why I personally think about that.
28-year-old for a rebuild, RJ. You don't make this easy sometimes.
I've got a proposal.
I know.
Who do I buy?
I know. I absolutely just done January. I make a proposal. Considering that the summer looks like it's about to be absolutely wonderful with the amount of departures that we're about to see, can I propose that we maybe just keep the 35 million we've got, add that to our summer transfer window to give us 185, plus the fact that we have got a fair few that are going to see the departure lounge, shall we say, and therefore we can have, shall we say, more of a party time. Heck, maybe we can even get Osimhen and we can get
Jude. There's another player I want who's a young lad who definitely needs to be United. So we got a good few.
Okay, Morelos is an interesting.
Is that the guy from Rangers or is that the guy from the Spanish one? If it's from Rangers, you can go to hell. I'm not saying the Rangers players. Screw them.
He only has one season scoring double digits. The rest of the year scored less than Chelsea Timo Werner. Brilliant. Right, so this is where it actually gets fairly interesting. So we've just done that one. Goalkeepers. So we're back to this again. We're now in the summer. So we ended up we've ended up in January with De Gea, Heaton, Dubravka, Frimpong, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, Shaw, Casemiro, McTominay, Fernandez, Eriksson, Donny, Wirtz, Ahmed, McTominay, Sancho, Rashford, Garnacho with Ronaldo and Martial. Goalkeeper. Does he stay? Does he go?
Who, De Gea?
Yeah. Well,
yes,
he is your goalkeeper.
He stays from me.
Mate, you think he gets offered a new contract by Ten Hag?
I think a 1 year contract. That's
Ten Hag. Right, RJ.
It's a 1 year contract.
RJ, let me also be realistic. He's on 350 grand a year. If you get back into a Champions, if he gets back into a Champions League, he's on that much. He ain't worth that, mate. Let me be crystal clear in that. He ain't worth that. Just RJ, who else? I can name about 20, but most of them have already gone. Well, Ramsdale would have been one. He would have definitely been one. Don't you dare look up like that. You are absolutely unbelievable.
I have so many keepers I want to bring in, but like I said, I think De Gea, with his experience, will definitely teach whoever we get in. There's one, like I say, you haven't heard of him, but this player, I think he's a very good keeper, representing his home nation of Ukraine. Like I said, I would love to bring this keeper at the end of the summer. His name is Trubin. He plays for Shakhtar Donetsk.
I wondered where you were going with that Shakhtar comment earlier.
Yeah, so he's 21 right now. He'll be probably 22 next summer in August. That's when he'll be 22. Very experienced keeper. Like I say, he's been playing for Shakhtar. He also plays for Ukraine. I think obviously he's got great talents as well. When you look at Shakhtar, they've drawn and they won in their Champions League game. So I think he's a really good talent. He can learn from De Gea, as opposed to Henderson. Yeah, I think we're going to be selling him just because of he's officially signed with the WWE. If you haven't heard, Niall, after his RKO attempts last night. So that's how I would put it.
Pushkin is 28 years old, RJ.
Trubin, no. T-R-U. It's Antilli Trubin. He's so yeah. Like I say, I do rate him. I do think he will be a good little player. There's other ones I have as well. You got Sanchez from Brighton, which will probably be more realistic, of course. 35 million, probably 24 years old. Easily you can get him because, like I said, I think either Potter gets him or we get him. I do think he does scream Chelsea because with Mendy obviously not being on form, you got Kepa there as well. They're going to need a new goalkeeper, I believe, and either us or Chelsea will be the place for him.
I say we get him. I say we go smash out the. I say surely get. Let's give Ten Hag what he wants, which is no De Gea, Sanchez. Now that's good. That's good. So with Sanchez, De Gea's gone. Thank goodness. We got 350,000 off the wage budget per year.
Or actually, there's another keeper if you want to hear
it. Actually, I've also just thought of an idea. I'm just going to work out. No. You'll like this idea. It gets us more money. It does get more money. How much do you reckon we'll be giving Sanchez? 150?
Say again? 150k a week?
Yeah.
No, probably 100k.
125 split in the middle. Wait, it does literally. That's
are you his agent? Are you?
No, we're just like banging in the middle. I said 250. You said 125. Meet in the middle. RJ, that gives us an extra 11,007,000. We're not getting all of that, but it does give us an extra 10 million. So we've improved it, RJ, because we've gone from we were on 185 on 185 million. We've just made a signing of Sanchez, 35 mil, 40.
Or the other keeper you could have gone for is Diogo Costa, highly rated keeper from Porto.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy. Also, he's got a terrible track record against Liverpool, mate. I would avoid him, very much so. No, I'm happy to go for Sanchez. 40 mil. 40 mil. That takes it to right. So 145 left. But don't forget, guys, we are about to absolutely split this team into shreds. Shreds, I tell you. Now, Henderson. He's the other one we need to talk about. Egos, right?
Out he goes.
How much?
The airport.
Firstly, how long's his contract got?
I think it's
fair while, isn't it?
I don't care, but he gotta go. He's just not good for the club.
How much?
I was thinking 30 million. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. 30 mil for a player who some say is the greatest player of all time. I'm going to say that's a little of an exaggeration. And there you go. So we've basically just spent only 10 million on a goalkeeper. On the Sanchez.
But we are 2025, so yikes.
When's the Pravka's contract end with Newcastle?
I don't think we'll sign him on. I think there was a reason because there was a loan.
Yeah. Is that reason because his contract at Newcastle is up? He's 33 years old. So that might be why. Premier League, no. Dubravka, where can I find it? There we go. Him on transfer market. When does his? Do we know how long he's got on his contract at Newcastle?
I can check that.
That's what I'm trying to see. He's not worth a lot. I'm joking. Anyone know? Anyone in the chat know how long he's got on his contract?
2025, it says here.
What, for Dubravka?
Yep.
My life. Signed a 6-year deal. Oh my God.
Signed a 6-year deal, yeah.
Oh my life. Oh my Jesus.
Let me see this.
Oh my life. He's signed, he's there, guaranteed until 2025. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He's only paid 38,000. Right, Dubravka ain't well. We got Heaton, haven't we? I suppose.
He's good. I like Heaton.
Yeah. Who's your youth player goalkeeper?
Bishop.
There you go. We'll promote him.
Yeah.
Nathan Bishop. He's just been promoted. Well done, Bishop. Bishop's just been promoted as third choice goalkeeper. Congratulations. Incredible. The scenes. Right back. We've got Frimpong, so we'll keep him. Dallo, he'll probably stay for this one, won't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No issues there. Centre backs. We might as well start our absolute destruction of this back four. Maguire, how much?
Probably can of Coke.
And to be serious?
Can of Coke and bag of chips. I don't know. No.
Try again.
You know what? Just because he starts for England, I think we could look around 35 million.
That's good because my first impression was 40, but I didn't know if that was.
I was going to think 40, but I think that's a bit too ambitious because there's United and he is a laughing stock. So.
Yeah, I'm happy to go. Maguire 35, perfect. Gone. We're doing quite good at this, especially when you get to negotiate the fee yourself. That's the best bit. That takes us to I'm trying to do maths live. I've just remember I'm trying to do maths.
I'll help you. Go on. Just so
that's 210. We're on 210 at the moment. We're on 210 mil. I'm not gonna mess this maths up. I'm not gonna do it. But 210 mil. There you go. I'm sort of recovering your works fund. Now the other one, Lindelof, he stays.
I think he does stay just for protection.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. Now again, do you want 4 centre backs or are you going for the 5? I think you've got one fish. There you go. We'll promote him.
No, I think you have to go on loan. He'll go on loan again.
Well, whoever. Fish, well, I don't care. But surely you've got a centre-back.
We've got 2 centre-backs I'm signing. 2 that I'm going to sign.
Oh, you're signing?
Yeah, 2, let's say, we could say about 25 million each, I'd say, to 30. Okay. Let's say 30 just because of United. So that'd be 60 for the 2 of them.
Can I make a proposal? We get one of them, promote one of the youngsters, means that we've got more playtime.
Okay. Right, we'll take Ignacio then for the summer.
Okay. So how am I spelling him?
About 30, let's say 35 million for Ignacio, for Gonzalo Ignacio, yeah. INACIO.
Oh, INACIO. Okay. Ignacio. And we just spent 30 million on 35, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so we're back down to 175. Perfect. Out with the out with the old, in with the new. And then youngster, name me a centre back.
Mengi can be number 5.
Yeah, Mengi can be number 5. Why not? I mean, guy's shite, but yeah, why not? Left back. Sure. How much?
Whatever he orders in Burger King, I guess.
Do you know, I'm 20 mil. I'm out 20 mil.
No, about 30 million.
30?
30, yeah, because he starts the England lineup.
He is still pretty young as well.
But he still starts for England as well because Southgate is an absolute idiot. Like,
I agree with that comment wholeheartedly. Okay, replacement then. Replacement.
Alvaro Fernandez will step up.
Okay. Fernandez. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Sorted. Right, so we've done right back, we've done centre backs. Now on to our midfield. So out of Casemiro, McTominay, Fernandez, Eriksen, Donny, Wirtz, do you foresee any of them going in this window?
Donny van de Beek. If he can't start under Erik ten Hag, what chance does he have, man?
Yeah,
I feel bad for the lad. He doesn't play. I'm just like, bro, go.
Yeah.
Be free.
How much? How much?
20 mil, I would say off the top of my head.
How much did you spend on him?
40.
Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. So Casemiro.
He'll say 100%.
Casemiro and
not only
that,
your two youngsters as well, Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Sharp. Definitely learn under Casemiro, who, like, let's be real, is going to be the best coach in the world. I know Ten Hag will be a good coach, but when you got someone who's done it all, who's a leader, especially in that Real Madrid team, who's going to be a leader now in that dressing room at United, it's going to be a good little place, to be fair.
Yeah. So replacement for Donny then, because we just sold him for we sold him for how much? 20.
We sold about 20. Yeah, I think that'd be fair. Okay.
Donny 20 million, so that takes us to 225 mil. So, who do you want to buy with that? Because at the moment we've got Casemiro, McTominay, Fernandez, Eriksen, Wirtz.
Every summer United make a marquee signing, something that will scream Man United. Jude Bellingham comes to Manchester United 2023. I can see it happen. I genuinely can see. If we get Champions League, if we win the Europa League or get top 4, Liverpool don't go and get it.
Has he got a release clause?
Say again?
Has he got a release clause?
I'd probably, if I had to guess, it'd be 90 million we'll spend for him. I don't care. 90 million. He's worth it.
But has he got a release clause we need to factor in?
Okay, let me find that out. He probably does, actually.
That's what I'm thinking. If he's got a release clause where something activates, then that's that. But Bellingham, I'm happy with that signing. We have got 225 million in the bank to go splash some cash. So yeah, I'm happy about Bellingham. The transformation of this midfield already under us is quite a transformation. We've replaced Fred and Donny with Wirtz and Bellingham. Definitely a different. Definitely do you know, I like that. Do you know what? That makes Eriksen and Fernandez absolutely themselves. Fernandez has never been more concerned when Wirtz and Bellingham show up to training because, oh my life. I mean, there might even get to a stage where Fernandez doesn't even get into this team. We would be captain then. Who's your vice captain, by the way?
Ronaldo, I guess.
Oh, what? He stays.
Oh no! I'd probably say Varane.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Or McTominay. He's a leader, isn't he? God, could you imagine McTominay becomes Manchester United captain? Oh my God, I would die of laughter. Genuinely. There would be I was about to say national. There would be a worldwide network breakdown of all of United. The fans would be in absolute pandemonium if Scott McTominay was unveiled as captain of Manchester United. You think the abuse they give Maguire is bad? Wait till McTominay's leading the team out of the tunnel at Old Trafford. He'll get the support of the match day goer fans, but Mustafa would be absolutely incandescent. Have you found out a release clause for Bellingham before?
Apparently, there was one till 2025. I think it's like 120 million. I think, but I don't know.
Oh God. Right.
Oh wait. No, he doesn't. No, sorry, he does not have one in his contract. No, that is not.
Okay, so we'll say 90 mil. I cannot see Dortmund saying no to 90 mil. They've already been done by you once. They won't want to make it again. That makes us. We've still got £135 million in the bank. Now onto right wing. We've got Anthony. You've got Sancho can play there sometimes. Anthony, Ahmed. What do you do with Ahmed on this one?
He's very hard to tell because I don't want to sell him, but is there really a point of loaning him again?
Is that the same? Is that sort of a similar conversation as we're going to have with Palestri in a second, where it's one that you just don't want to sell, but you sort of have to because.
I think you don't really need to sell him, but I don't think he'll be happy with the game he's going to have because when you really look at it, Rashford's going to be trying to play more as the number 9, Sancho's on the left, and you got Anthony on the right. So if he can be a backup for either one of them, I think that could work for him for now. And if he works his way up, he could replace one of them maybe in the squad if they ever get injured. But it's a hard, tough call to make when you look.
Are you saying keep Ahmed for the summer?
Yes.
Okay. I'm absolutely fine with that. Ahmed is staying. Let us know what you would do in this instance. Would you be keeping Ahmed? It's an interesting one. Left wing, Sancho. You say Rashford number 9, yeah?
It's looking like that, and I think he's very comfortable with that, especially how Erik ten Hag is playing. He's great at pressing somehow, so yeah. But like I said, we definitely would need players to come in and challenge. So
yeah. So I suppose on the left wing we've got Garnacho. He steps up, I'm guessing.
I think he needs a loan. Genuinely, I love Garnacho down to 100%. I love him to death, but he needs to go on a loan because I don't think he's that ready yet. I think we do bring in someone that could challenge Sancho, but not. But like I said, he's also a youngster, and I've got him right here.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone does play Football Manager, because like I said, I have watched him a tiny bit, but this is a very popular player when it comes to Football Manager. Adam Holsek from Bayern Leverkusen. We're buying another Bayern Leverkusen player. He is a forward, 20 years old. And coming from the transfer market, you can see that he is about £20 million, or 20 million euros, sorry. So we're looking at probably about 25 for him if we do spend the money on him.
The only reason I would be inclined to say no right now is I feel like another young winger just undoes the balance completely. I feel if you're saying no to Garnacho, I feel you need to bring in someone who is a bit older that doesn't potentially prevent his development. Because if you go and sign, and again, you can disagree with me completely, but if you go and sign this young lad who's 20 years old, Garnacho is 18. It's only really 2 years difference. Sancho's still very young himself. It's another young winger. So I'm going to throw a curveball and say, can you find me a winger who would fit what you want, who's 27, 28? And the only reason I'd accept that in a rebuild is because I can see Garnacho, even after we've done our bit, probably breaking in, probably in our fourth window, maybe. And the reason I say it needs to be an older guy is because of that precise reason. Or, I suppose, do you risk it and keep Garnacho and hope that Ten Hag can develop Garnacho with the multiple games he'll probably get? Europa League, he'll probably get some Carabao Cup games. He's still playing the under-21. Could Garnacho stay? And
well, I've got one here if you want one. Like I said,
I do want one.
Marco Asensio from Real Madrid, 26 years old, done it all. He's in that position where, with Casemiro as well, he's done it all at Real Madrid. Realistically, I don't think he's going to start above Vinicius, Rodrigo, or even Benzema, or whoever they bring in to replace Benzema. But I do think, Yeah,
I'm happy to go with that one.
I don't think we'll get Mike Mainan, to be fair, just because of the fact that not only does he's very happy at AC Milan, but I swear he signed a new contract. Sorry about that. Plus, he'll cost like 80 million for a player who's 28 years old. So I don't think it's right to spend that money on him right now. So look, it is what it is. I'd love to have Mike Mainan go. To be fair, he's an absolute savage.
Yeah, No,
Yeah.
I think we definitely agreed on the Sanchez, wasn't it? It was Sanchez. I was why not Claire? Sanchez is who we decided
Yeah.
To go for there, and it does make total sense for me. It does, but okay. How much are we spending on Incense here, by the way?
Well, his contract will end in 2023, so we're probably going to get him for free.
You're saying for free?
Yeah.
Okay.
And realistically, I don't think he will renew his contract just because of the fact that he knows his time can be very limited there. To be fair, so that's why I think he will. I think this is where he'll bounce.
Okay, so we've got Asensio for free. Do you know what? Yeah. I'm happy with that. That's a level. And United love a freebie. And I did ask. I did want a freebie, and I wanted someone who in a couple of years' time we weren't sitting here going, "Oh, do you know what? I wish we hadn't kept him." Okay, yeah,
because he's doing all. Like I said, he's a very talented player, but he just Rodrigo and Vinicius are just too fast, too quick, and just too talented. To be fair, and I don't blame him, of course.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Great support from our Indonesian fan base singing the Martial chant to him. Heartwarming and compassionate, affectionate, and made me proud to be half Indonesian. Big up to them. Big up to them. But Asensio, do you know what? I'm sitting here like I'm liking this window. Now I got 135 million pounds. Striker Ronaldo's just been sold, right?
Yep.
Martial, what are you doing with him?
Sell. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
Never to return again.
Interesting. So Martial's gone.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. So you got money here, and Ronaldo's gone. Now, can you tell me what is his weekly wage? Ronaldo, 500k, isn't it? Or is it 600k?
No, 375 right now because we're in the Europa League right now.
If you get Champions League,
500k, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Turns up right. Okay, so it's 26 mil. So let's say we've just got an extra 20 million for selling Ronaldo. There you go. So you've 155 million pounds left. By the way, we started this with 150 million. So at the moment, the Glazers are loving us because we've just made a profit. But I somehow think that's coming to an end. But just quickly, Martial, how much you want to sell him for?
Can we just laugh and just sell him for €1? Just for the crack?
Not quite.
Okay, fine. If we're going to have to sell him, probably 20 million, to be fair. I think probably 20, 30 million. I don't think he'll sell that much.
So that takes us to 175 million then. It was 155, so we're making profit. And now, are you spending that profit? Bearing in mind, you've also got Rashford there.
Yeah.
You've put Rashford there. So what are you doing? What are you building here?
You know what? Like I said, because the thing is, I do think we'll probably call up someone like Charlie McNeil as a third option, right? But we do need a second option. Unfortunately, this player is going free at the end of the summer. And I do think we should get him. I don't know what we're going to do with all this money, because quite frankly...
I'm sat here like I've just given us the most difficult job, because if we add this on to January, we've got mate, you don't even want to, mate. This could be
we're
impressive.
Like Newcastle, like Jesus, we're gonna be like
I'm already thinking, how am I spending this money? I suppose a goalkeeper, maybe. I don't know.
Well, like if I had
actually no, because we can look at getting rid of Ericsson next. I suppose he's getting a bit older. Dallo.
There's a player who definitely would probably replace him, and also for Bruno as well if we ever do move him on, because he is like 28, 29. So if we have a perfect replacement for him. So but no, the person
haven't we already got the replacements in Wirtz and Bellingham, mate? By this point, we should be looking for the replacements in Wirtz and Bellingham.
Oh yeah.
I was not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it.
Anyway, the player who I was going to replace Martial with, who's actually on a free next season, a former United player who I do think, like I say, he's 28 years old.
Thank God you said that. I thought you were going to whack out Danny Welbeck, mate.
Oh no, I love Danny Welbeck. Like I say, he's an absolute god. But no. I'm talking about Memphis Depay. He came to us way too young, and I do think he's matured at the clubs of Lyon, at Barca. He's not going to sign a new contract at Barca, so I think this is perfect time. He has stated he is interested to come back to United, and for free, under Rashford, would be a good little treat, I think, for all of us.
Yeah. Do you know what? That front line, though, it's not changed. But I like it because you've added in Asensio. Depth-wise, we're lacking centrally, I think. Mengi propping up the team. But okay, that's fine. So how much are we... Oh, my God. Right, okay. Right, so we've ended that window with £175 million, RJ. Take out the Glazers' dividends, which I'm sure will be a lot more.
Well, it's 11... Sorry. Oh my God. It's 11 million, I believe. That's how much they got last time. So
we'll say 10 just so that maths can be a bit easier. So we'll say we've left it with 165 mil. They've even taken the dividends out of the transfer window money. Absolutely disgraceful. Now, add on the 80 million. We've got 245 million in January. Looking at the team, do you want to spend 250? Well, basically 250 million in January, or are you saving that so you got a ridiculous amount in the summer?
I think if we're going to replace anyone, it'll definitely have to be Ericsson in this transfer window, I think, because we've replaced Fred with Bellingham. I think we're going to have to replace someone. So if I had to pick someone like a midfielder, probably would be Cancelo. Moses Cancelo from Brighton. I don't know how we're going to do this money-wise, but actually it'll be a bit of fun.
Let's go find someone better than Moises Caicedo.
Okay. If we're going to
we might as well. We have got 245 million. By this point, RJ, everyone wants to join the club because we've just built an incredible team and we've still got bank.
With this
and by the way, the team is scoring more goals now because Ronaldo's not there, but team spirit's good.
When you look at the squad, right now, before we make any transfers, of course, in real life, it's not that bad, to be fair. And we're not at a point where we're that far off the future, if you know what I mean, and possibly winning trophies, because you look at obviously keeper will have to sort that out. The back line is getting fixed. Like I said, the full backs were sorted. Down the line we'll need a new centre back for Varane and all that crack. Defensive midfield, depending if McTominay can still live up to that, we don't know.
Do you know what? Actually, I reckon we can still do this though, even with the money, because I reckon we can replace Casemiro on our last one. Okay. Replace the Casemiro. But so just quickly, we've got 245 million. Are we spending any of that in January? If so, who and where and why?
I'd probably say centre back. Oh no, yeah, I'd probably say we'd probably get rid of Lindelof for another youngster, just because we're just going to...
Yeah, no, I'm happy with this.
When you're looking at a centre-back, I'm just trying to think of players off the top of my head who could bring in.
Well, there was one that I was thinking was perfect, Sven Botman, but obviously at Newcastle now. Not... We're up.
It is pretty tough. I'm going to say... Urian Timber from Ajax. Because at that time, he won't have little Louis van Gaal yipping at his little ear saying, don't go to United or else I'll drop you for the World Cup. He'll come to United and he'll be happy.
How much?
Let me just...
I would say this is Ajax, but they've already screwed you out of so much money. It's unreal. They must love you.
Let's say 50 now.
Let's just...
Because he's currently he's 23.
I'm just going to say 60. I'm going to say 60 because this is United and Ajax, and there is the £10 million goodwill gesture that you do like to give Ajax for putting up with their crap, I assume. So we've got 185 million, and the last window we've got we've got 385 million for our last window, RJ. This is where the party can really begin, because by this point, Casemiro and Eriksen are gone. Not gone, but declining. So Eriksen, God knows who would take Casemiro on those wages, but Eriksen and Casemiro gone. Who are we replacing those with?
Okay, so this is where the fun begins, of course.
I am going to throw in a curveball. What about De Jong for Casemiro? Okay. Just as a, potential.
Okay. I like I said, after what happened this summer, I'm just not a big fan of him. I think we should move on, say goodbye. There's actually a player who I actually would love to bring in, and if I can just get the price of him. He is an AC Milan player. He is Italian. His name is Sandro Tonali. He'll be 23 next year, and arguably probably a very good player who could come in and essentially assert his dominance in this United squad. Obviously, we're probably looking around a 70 million bid for him. Let's be real. He's very young, Italian, so like I said, he's still playing for AC Milan, and I'd probably say that'd be a great player for the future.
Okay, so Tonali is coming in. So we're just going to increase the amount of players we've got, or are we just getting Casemiro gone after 2 years? I mean, I can see that. It's precisely what we're talking about.
Possibly bring in someone just like he can learn off Casemiro.
Yeah. But I do see Casemiro just not playing. He'll be 33 at that point, or 32. He's getting older. He's 30 now, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. So he'll be 32 by then. He'll be getting older, mate. Tonali is a good signing. I like that signing. Okay, so Casemiro will be going. Tonali's coming 70 mil. We had 385. I don't think we're going to spend it all, mate. But Tonali, I'm just going to say 80 million, just purely for the absolute barbaric amount of money we've still got. Or are we giving ourselves too much? I think we're giving ourselves too much money. Tonali, 60 mil. Tonali, 60 mil. Okay, that's fine. Who else? Eriksen. We've replaced Eriksen. Who do we replace Eriksen with?
This is a bit of a long shot because this player just signed with this club right now. But give me Gravenberch from Bayern Munich. A player who I
No, but I'll give you Florian Neuhaus from
He's more of an attacking player, isn't he, though?
No, he is, but that is precisely who you'd want to replace Eriksen, surely. Although Eriksen is more of a playmaker, therefore you're probably going on more of a playmaker. Know any good playmakers about? Apart from Bellingham and Wirtz.
I'm making this easy, lad, I'll be honest. Ooh, actually, he might not be the best creative, but Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa.
Did you just say Jacob Ramsey?
Yeah. What about him? He's a decent player, isn't he?
I guess. Everyone seems to rate his brother a lot more than
Who's his brother?
Ask Aaron, but his brother. Just type in Jacob Ramsey's brother. He's got a brother who everyone raves a little bit more. He's one of the youth academy kids, but okay. Ramsey's a shout. Replacing Eriksen with Ramsey though, mate. I don't think.
Aaron. Oh, what?
Aaron. Not
Aaron Ramsey.
Oh, it might be Aaron Ramsey.
Not the Aaron Ramsey from Arsenal.
No, not the. But okay. So Eriksen, Ramsey. Can we do better than Ramsey? We've got Bellingham and Wirtz just sat there. I do know how greedy I'm sounding right now. Yeah. Like already got Bruno, already got Wirtz, already got Bellingham. But do you know what? Can we get someone better than Jacob Ramsey?
I'll look. Hold
on. Well, 1, 2.
We could look at. Sorry, here's another one. He's a bit of forward. Musiala from Bayern Munich, maybe. I don't know, but that's a bit pushing it to be fair.
4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm just thinking. Have we got enough English players? We got 6.
Oh, we do.
Got 6. Need 8 minimum.
Plus the youngsters as well. Charlie
Yeah,
McNeil.
Yeah, I've already chucked him at nil.
Sancho, Rashford.
Yeah, so you got Neil, Sancho, Rashford. Then you've got Bellingham, according to our team anyway.
Yeah.
And then our back line is where it all doesn't. We have no English players in our back.
Oh, no, he's not. My bad. Jesus, brother, the name.
I won't clip that. You're fine. The entire back line does not have an English player in. That says a lot about England defensively. But we have got 2 with Heaton and Bishop in our goalkeeper.
There's one player actually we could look at. I can't say his name though. Sozolobay.
RJ,
he's Hungarian one right now.
I can't believe you just said that. Oh my god.
I can't say it.
That's right. RJ, we have to go for an English player, mate, and we also have to sign another English. Well,
okay, no, right. Just since that this is all for bad, James Milner, he'll kill guys all the way. Come on, Mr. Rabi.
I'm gonna sign Jacob Ramsey. I'm gonna let you do it, mate. We're gonna do it. Ramsey, how much?
I'd say 40 mil. Nice 40 mil.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Ramsey, Ramsey, 40 mil. That's left us with, God, 285 million pounds.
I think we gave ourselves a bit too much money.
No shit, Sherlock. But there you go. I've enjoyed that. But let's just run through the team. Sanchez in goal. Heaton is still back up.
I think we definitely need another keeper, to be fair, because I don't think Heaton would be the best as a backup.
What? In 2 years' time? How old is he now?
Yeah, he's like 33.
Okay. Who are we getting? This is the most uneventful one to end on. Backup goalkeeper.
He's 36 right now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Who are we? Who are we replacing Tom Heaton with?
I mean, if we have to go for English, because I think we probably have to.
Yeah, it will have to be by this point. Have to be English.
We might have to bring him back. It might be a okay signing. Johnstone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 30 years old. That'd be good enough, I guess. He's 29 right now.
Prime of his career for goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's at United again. Get the big money. Or we can go Joe Hart if you want to go that direction.
We'll go Johnston. How old is Nick Pope?
He's 30 at the moment, I swear.
Okay, yeah, he'll still be in Newcastle. So Sam Johnston finishes up. So there are our 3. Oh, actually, right back. We are not finishing right back with Frimpong and Dalot.
Lamptey?
Yeah. We need an English player, actually. Lamptey. Yeah. How much? 60 mil?
60 mil. They'll probably rip us off.
Yeah, probably. So we've and who is he replacing? Frimpong or Dalot?
No, he'll just be there. Because like I said, with our busy schedule, we'll need all of them.
Nah, you won't. You will not have 3 right backs. One of them will go. Which one, Dalot or Frimpong?
Yeah, I won't take either of them then.
Hold on, you're telling me you would not replace Dalot with Lamptey?
Yes. Lamptey's too injury prone for me. Yeah.
That's why you have Frimpong.
But we already have Dalot, who's never injured somehow.
Yeah, but Dallow's not good enough.
He is this season so far.
Yeah, but this season to get top 4, I'm thinking Champions League. I'm thinking winning titles.
Well, if you want to replace him with Dalot, go on, do it ahead. Go on.
Yeah?
It's your choice.
Yeah, but we've just signed Frimpong, so it's going to be a bit difficult getting rid of Frimpong, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, Dallot's been impressive recently, so...
Okay, can you think of another right back instead of Lamptey who isn't English? Doesn't have to be English. We've got our quota of Englishmen. Chuck in another young player, and you got 8. You're borderline, my lord. I don't think you could be more borderline if you tried. But yeah.
This would be a long shot.
Yeah.
Benjamin Pavard, 26 years old right now. He won't be signing Bayern because the Mazarau came in this season, as I believe. So.
How old is he now?
He's 26 right now, but next season he'll be 27.
Is he a Ten Hag right back though?
That I don't know. I just looked at right backs and think.
If we're doing it that way, what about Theo Hernandez? No, he's left back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right backs.
His brother is centre back and right back.
Right backs.
Are we looking at old here or young? What are we looking at?
Anyone really? Any world class is what this is. What we're doing now is these are like the final touches. These are like the finishing touches. So I'm thinking a world class right back. I'm marquee signing. Okay. In that summer we signed Tonali, Ramsey. Like I'm thinking creme de la creme here. I'm thinking, a world class. Someone to make Man City look. What are they doing over there? Why are they? Oh, guys, that's what I want Man City to be thinking if I were in charge. So I'm thinking marquee signing, go get myself a right back, world class. Can't be Trent or Reece James for obvious reasons.
Of course.
Unless you think you can do a deal with the devil to get Trent Alexander-Arnold at Manchester United, other than using FMF or Football Manager.
Yeah.
It's actually bloody typical. Guys, name me right backs who are world class. It shouldn't be this difficult, RJ.
No, because we're just replacing him. Well, so Gino Dest, I mean, he's not world class, but I mean. Oh no, he just signed with thing. No, I don't know. I think we just deal with the 2 that we have. I think they're fine.
Nah, I'm happy to go for Lamptey instead. If we can't think of anyone, Lamptey is definitely an improvement on Dalot. Lamptey actually does suit a Ten Hag team. There we go, done. So Lamptey and Frimpong. Central defense: Varane, Martinez, Timber, Inacio, and Mengi. Mengi's still there.
We can switch Mengi for Solet. I said Umar Solet from Salzburg, the one I mentioned. About 30 million as well.
How am I spelling his name?
Solet.
Solet, Solet. Mm-hmm. And how much?
About 30 million, I would say.
30, yeah.
Plus United, because that has United on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Left backs Malacia and Fernandez. We happy with those 2?
Yep.
I have looked around on FM. There are not many good left backs up and coming, just FYI. DM, we've got at the moment Casemiro, Tonali, and McTominay. Happy with those 3?
Yep.
Perfect. Central midfield at the moment is Bruno Fernandes, Jacob Ramsey, Florian Wirtz, and Jude Bellingham. I'm pretty damn chuffed with that midfield.
I would be too.
In fact, that midfield has just made Man City literally crap themselves on national TV, and has made Pep resign. Right wing, Anthony and Ahmed. I'm happy to keep Ahmed as backup if worst case. Left wing, Sancho, Garnacho, Asensio, because Garnacho would have come back.
Yep.
And then striker, Rashford, Depay, and Charlie McNeil. Just chilling. Because McNeil might even be pushing Depay for number 2 spot by that point. You don't know. Yep. It's a very, very exciting talent. But RJ, as always, not as always, but where would that team finish up for United?
That would definitely challenge for the title, realistically.
It's got to. But would it get over the title? That's the one question I've got. Would it get over the line?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many issues with it. If Lamptey gets injured, Frimpong comes in. We might have another right back come in for United. I don't know. This all on the assumption that Greenwood's never coming back, which if he were to come back, I mean, obviously, if he were found innocent and were to come back, let me correct that. That's an interesting, very interesting development there. If that were to happen, I'm not saying it would, not saying I want that to. I'm just saying that if that were to happen, that'd be very interesting for Ten Hag and United to incorporate that one back in. But I'm not really seeing many gaps here. I mean, DMs, you've got Casemiro, Tonali, and McTominay. I mean, between the three of them, there should be enough game time. Casemiro probably towards the end of his career anyway. Then central midfield, as I said, we've gone through that. I think it's a good team. I think it's a good team. I can't see many issues. Maybe right wing with Ahmed as the only backup to Anthony might be one issue that I can foresee, but that doesn't mean that you can't put Depay maybe on the right, or dare I say even try Sancho back onto the right and move Rashford into... You've got options. It's not like you've not got any options. You can, if Anthony's injured, you don't want to play Ahmed, you can always put Sancho on the right, Rashford on left, play Depay through the middle or McNeil. Or you've got Asensio who can play on the left and keep Rashford through the middle. So you could play Sancho, Asensio, Rashford. Or you could play, Sancho, Rashford, McNeil, or Depay. I mean, there's options there. I like that. Liverpool are on the decline, so don't forget some of those signings will probably affect Liverpool fans emotionally more than anything, and Man City will probably be looking and thinking, they're back. And that's when the Battle of Manchester, that's when the Manchester derby might actually get interesting. But guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed that. I did think it would take this long, but I'm glad we sort of found a sort of way of doing it that didn't prolong this to make it 5 hours long. Because I thought after the first transfer window, I thought this was going to take years, but we did somehow. I suppose it was easy. It was easier to do it that way because then we're basically just rejigging them around for what we want towards the end. But how did you find that? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. To be fair, happy I got some of my signings in. Yeah, so
it turns out that me trying to fit in works in that first summer or first January transfer window didn't even do too badly because it enabled us to get Bellingham. It also got us top 4. But RJ, we're not going to be streaming tomorrow because we never do on a Sunday. We don't tend to stream on the weekends. We're not streaming tomorrow. Don't think there's any Formula One. I think I've got a week off of that. It's Saturday, there's no F1. So we're not streaming. Back on maybe Monday, but I don't know what top teams have played. So I don't know when we'll be back.
I mean,
the Queen, I don't know. We might have something Monday. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see what we've got, see what we can come up with, and ask for some ideas in the chat. As always, but we'll be back at some point, whenever. Might make a video. You never know. But before you do go, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as always. If you do want to become a member of the channel, you can for as little as 99p, which is cheaper than a McDonald's cheeseburger now that sits at $1.29. So, it's now cheaper than a McDonald's cheeseburger. So instead of buying that one cheeseburger that will give you 5 seconds of delight, you can become a member of the channel and get many more seconds of many more delightful moments with RJ. Favorite stadium is St James's Park. But also merchandise, you can get merch in the shop as always. That is live and is available. Plenty of different options, shirts, mugs, the lot. And if you have a baby, you can even put him in a Sport Hub baby grow, which I thought was pretty cool. But RJ, where can they find you, mate?
Yeah, you can find me at for Jaguar on all social medias and also on this channel too. So yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
Yep, absolutely. Pleasure being on with you again. And yeah, we're just going to wrap it up there. But guys, until next time, thanks for watching and peace out.